Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Humna and I create content connected to art, healing and spirituality. It's a space I share about my passion, which is to believe in the magic of creating art and allowing it to express all that blocked emotions that one at times cannot word it out. The soul has a way of expressing itself so that we can clearly understand what it is that we've got within our being. When we create art consciously connected to our soul, we actually dive into a space of oneness with all that there is. I'm working on this piece and I'm sharing it as it evolves and unfolds itself without any resistance. I'm just going with whatever comes. And as I was doing it, I remembered my own personal journey and how it got me to where I am today. The most important thing for me was remembering who I was and understanding what I'm here to do. This was a question that I wouldn't say haunted me, but it was something more like a curiosity. For I knew I didn't exist just because, I existed, and that's pretty much it. I've always had a very disconnected feeling towards roles that I play because it's like, yes, I am a daughter, yes, I am a sister, yes, I was a wife, or I am a mother, yes, I am a friend, but these are just labels of my roles. But for some reason, they didn't really define me, and I really wanted to understand the core of where and who and what I am, and these sort of questions always went on in my heart. And understanding them became such a, not that I say that I completely understand them even now, but for me, coming to a space of remembering who I was connected to the divine creator. For the more I allowed myself to create and connect to myself, the more my creation led me to connecting to that who created me. I look at an artwork and I connect myself to that artwork, saying, okay, this is me and this is the artwork. We're the same level. But then what about the creator? For as an artist, whatever comes out on the sheet of paper is something that already happens in my head and my heart. And so what went through the creator's heart or head or whatever, for me, his artwork to be created in the way that I am today. And this kind of concept just kept going on in my head. I was guided to listen to the birds a few months ago. The sound, the singing of the birds, it could be just because it was spring and the birds had started coming out, and I started listening to them more than usual, and I was like walking and I had to literally take off my headphones and stop my music and stop everything to just listen to them because their sound had become so loud and clear. And as I was tuning into that sound, the chirping of the birds, one morning on my walk, I actually had to stop myself and say, hang on, they're saying something. And in my heart, I knew that as a Muslim, we believe that everything and anything is in the remembrance of the Creator. And in that moment when I stopped to hear the bird, I completely became still and stood there listening to the birds. They sounded so happy and I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be them. So connecting to that energy of what is it what is it that they are doing that is making them chirp and sing and be so beautiful. Like their sound was making me feel at peace. And I came home and I sat down and read a few things, got guided to some podcasts. And as I was listening to that, I realized that what I'm being guided through the chirping, through the singing of the birds and their excitement, was to understand when we remember who we remember who we are created by. When we remember who created us, we cannot not be in praise and gratitude of that creator. And that realization just had I'm not going to say a turning point or a tipping point in my life, but it definitely shifted me to understand that here I am trying to remember who I am, but actually the guidance was through me. When I remember who I am, I will be guided to the one who created me. And that remembrance makes a bird sing with joy. Waking up every morning, remembering and doing the zikr of the Creator, the bird expresses itself into the universe with a song that only it knows how to sing, when to sing, how loudly to sing. And as a reflection, that what we are in within us is what we see outside of us. So listening to the bird, I was thinking the zikr, the remembrance that we do through whatever it is that we are doing in our life, when done with awareness and consciousness that I am remembering the one who created me. And while I'm doing the artwork, for me, I've always felt like art is my ibadat. It is a form of ibadat. When my head is down, my heart is beating just for the fact that He is choosing to make it beat. My hands are moving, for it is the will and qadr of my Allah. It's the connection with the universe that is being told through the artwork that I'm creating in that moment. And I realize that every line, every stroke, every shape that unfolds is a form of my zikr, of how I sing the song, for it is what makes me excited and happy. And you might ask, why excited and why happy? Well, because first of all, I don't know what's coming, but I know the fact that my hands are held by the one who created me and the one who has created this magnificent universe, flawless universe. If the one who's holding my hand creates flawlessly, then whatever I create will be that what reflects His beauty, for it is in the remembrance of it, of the universe, of the divine creator, of God. And so how can it not be beautiful? And how can I judge what I create? That gave me so much confidence in myself to show my work, to share it with the world, because I painted for my own connection, for my own sanity, and for my own self. And for years I didn't want to share it because it made me very nervous. The amount of peace it gave me while creating it, the thought of me selling it would give me this anxiety. It's like, oh my God, what do you price it? How do you price it? Who do you sell it to? Who's going to buy it? Will they treasure it? Will they not treasure it? And all sorts of questions that come through my mind. And learning from the bird, I realize when she sings, everybody hears. those who are meant to hear her will hear her. So those who enjoy my work will be guided to my work. All I have to do is sing, create, be, and stop judging myself and start accepting my journey, that I am here to sing through that what I create. And when I do that, I am in the form of zikr. I'm in the form of remembrance of the one who gave me the skill to create. So it's not about the painting that gets created. It's not even about me who is creating the piece. It is about the creator choosing my vessel to express myself in a way that it's in the remembrance of it. And that just has that power, that is what actually makes the bird excited and happy, because it has trust in the creator. It's praising the creator for giving it all the abundance and the seeds and the food and whatever else that they need. It is the creator who's giving them the journey of flying from their nest to wherever they need to find the food. It is he or it who's guiding them to find their destination or their journey or whatever it is that the bird needs to do. And there's so much excitement because they find it and then they bring it back home. So they're happy, they're in praise, they're in remembrance. And when I hear the birds now, it's not just hearing them sing, it's more like saying, they're reminding me to remember who I am so that I am able to remember God. That's like, I hope that made sense to somebody out there. But what I'm trying to get at is when we remember the Creator for all that it has done for us, we are in praise and gratitude for everything that He has given us. We come to a space of happiness and excitement. Happiness because we don't know what's coming, but we know we are in good hands, so only good will come to us. And excitement for whatever it gives you, you know it's going to be the best. And so you wait there wondering, what will it be? Because that's the whole magic. You don't know, but you know what's coming is going to be amazing. And that is what the remembrance of the Creator does. When you sit down on the sheet of paper, you don't know what's going to come. So you're really happy to be in the space and be allowed to express on the sheet of paper to whatever is going to come. And the excitement is that whatever will come will be amazing. And so you're in that space of, I am receiving whatever needs to be received, and I'm creating whatever needs to be created. And that zone helps you to remember who you are. It really brings you home to yourself. For the bird only sings when it's meant to. It couldn't sing if the Creator didn't want it to sing. The chirping, the sound, the singing would not reach your ears or neither mine if the Creator didn't want it to. And so there's so much to be thankful to the Creator for. For when you look at a bird now, I look at it as something like an alarm clock, like something that reminds me to wake up to remembering who I am and who my Creator is, who I belong to and who I'm going to meet and return to. And my purpose suddenly becomes just that, the remembrance. The remembrance is the purpose. The creativity, the artwork that comes through is a byproduct of the remembrance of the Creator. And so automatically creating it, singing the song is great, but being allowed to sing the song is just another level of gratitude that comes from your heart. And if you think about it, the birds are singing without worrying how they sound. They don't think about how long they have to sing. They're not worried about who the sound is going to reach. They sing because that is what they're here to do. And when singing is a form of zikr, is a form of remembrance, is a form of praise and gratitude towards the Creator, the sound of the bird becomes really pure. For it is doing that what it is meant to do. It's authentic, it's raw, it's not for praise, it's not for even, I guess, not even pleasure, because that's not their goal. Their goal is to sing, so they just sing. And connecting to the bird and the chirping and the sound, I hope that whoever is listening can connect to the song that you are here to sing. That you remember what you're here to do. I always say this, whatever gives you peace is going to get you closer to your Creator, because peace can only come from the Creator. And whatever that you do removes the idea of time and space, where you can lose yourself completely and not worry about the time, the number of hours you've spent on this, or the number of materials you've spent on this, or where you are doing it. All of this is just secondary, or maybe even further down the lane. It really doesn't matter. But whatever it is that you do that helps you fade away time, fade away space, that is your purpose. For in that zone, when there is no time and there is no space restriction or limitation, that space is when you are in heaven. In heaven, there is no time and there is no space, for it is all heaven. And so when creating an artwork, for me, it is, of course, remembering my Creator, sending praise and gratitude, and be very humbled by it choosing me to deliver this painting in the physical realm. But it is also the fact that it brings me closer to the state of being in heaven. For in heaven I will always be with the Creator, in light, in peace. And so being able to experience heaven on earth, the only way you can do is when you sing your song without fear, without judgment. And your song is all about praise and gratitude towards that what has gifted you, your talent, your time, your body. When you're in complete devotion to that who created you, that what you create actually doesn't even matter, because the journey becomes so powerful. You become one with the energy of your Creator, and you allow it to flow through you. You don't question, you just accept and you flow. There is no this is beautiful or that is beautiful. It is beautiful. And for that reason alone, you are beautiful. So when you do zikr, when you remember the Creator, the one thing that really happens is your connection deepens. You remember who you are. You learn to be fully present. You come closer to your purpose of being. You let go of control. There is no time, there is no space between you and your Creator. and the energy of your Creator flows through you. And in that moment, you are in heaven. And the more you do acts of worship, acts of devotion consciously, the more you see God in everything. For all that there is God. For all that there is light. For all that there is beauty. I really hope you're enjoying the piece as it unfolds. If you do let me know in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you. You can book a one-to-one session with me if you need any spiritual guidance. I'm sending you love, light, and peace, everyone. Enjoy yourselves, and don't forget who you are and who your Creator is. Bye for now.